With the 36th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders selected Johnny Newton, defensive tackle out of Illinois. Now, at first glance, this might be a head-scratcher for Washington Commanders fans out there because I know you're saying, we already have Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen, so why would they want to get a third interior pass rusher here? And today, I'm going to be answering that question for you guys. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to be having breaking news coverage for every single pick of the Washington Commanders 2024 NFL Draft. That includes all 7 rounds, all 3 days. We're going to have you guys covered with all the action here during the NFL Draft, so make sure you click that subscribe button. So let's dive right into Johnny Newton here, where he's a little bit undersized for somebody that would be playing a 3-technique defensive tackle in the league, but I actually think he's going to be playing more of that 3-technique role in a rotational role here for the Washington Commanders. He's just over 6'1" and 304 pounds. So that is undersized, considered by most people for the position that he's going to be asked to play. Now, Tom Downey, our NFL draft analyst here at Chat Sports, he has a big fan of Johnny Newton. Jer'Zhan Newton out of Illinois has him ranked as the #1 defensive tackle, even over Byron Murphy, who went 16th overall to the Seahawks last night, 15th overall prospect, and you're grabbing him here at number 36 overall. So this is a great value no matter how you slice it. But I understand some of the criticisms that Washington fans are giving to this pick, saying, oh, it's not addressing a need. You needed a tackle. You needed an edge rusher, all these different things. But actually, I like this pick, I think, more than most. And I'm actually really excited to see what Johnny Newton is going to be able to do here with the Washington Commanders. And I think he gives this team a very specific type of value that is going to help this team be really dominant on the defensive side of the ball, especially up the middle and in the trenches. I'll be letting you guys know why I like this pick here in just a second. But let me know down there in the comments section, what is your one-word reaction to this pick? Is it something positive? Is it something negative? Let me know your one-word reaction down there in the comments section for today's pinned comment. We're going to be talking about our sponsor, Game Time, here in just a little bit. While I'm talking about Game Time, go down there in the comments section and let me know your one-word reaction. And Game Time is the sponsor of today's edition of the Commanders Report, and Game Time is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater in your area. Guys, I'm somebody that likes to get tickets last minute. I'm not somebody that likes to plan things in advance, but I like to go to MLB baseball games. I like to go to basketball games and hockey games with my friends, and I like to go to concerts with my girlfriend, right? So whenever I want to go to one of those events, all I do is I take out my Game Time app and I scroll through their app, super user-friendly interface. I find the game that I want to go to. I find the seat that I want for the right price. And the best thing about Game Time, guys, is that it's the lowest price guaranteed on any ticketing app out there. So I have the peace of mind of knowing I'm getting the lowest price on any ticket to any event. And it actually rewards me for being a procrastinator and waiting for the last minute, because Game Time has flash deals right before your event that drive the prices even lower the closer you get to the start of the event. So Game Time is the fastest growing ticketing app in the United States for a reason, and is the only ticketing app on the market that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. You can see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive, and tickets are sent directly to your phone instead of your email. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS. It's one word, all caps. It's right down there in the bottom right of your screen for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. So let's take a look at what the Athletics' Dane Brugler had to say about the Illinois defensive tackle. He said, Newton's undersized, compact frame will be a turnoff for some teams, but he is tough to block one-on-one. Because of his gap quickness, natural power, and nose for the ball, he projects as a dependable starting 3 technique in the NFL. Grade, first to second round, number 28 overall. Now, I actually have Newton ranked higher than that on my board personally, but number 28, I mean, even then, it is a great value for the Washington Commanders here. So here were his stats last year with the Fighting Illini. And 52 tackles, 7.5 sacks from an interior pass rusher is pretty damn good, guys. 2 pass breakups, all right? So he's somebody that can get that paw up there and knock down passes, and he had 1 forced fumble as well. So now I want to talk about the value that I think Johnny Newton brings to this team and why I actually like this pick from the Washington Commanders. Okay, when you're looking at a guy like Johnny Newton, in my opinion, he was the best player available on the board at any position, all right? And this is a team here in Washington that's trying to add players that are good players, all right? Plain and simply, this is a rebuilding team, and you're trying to get the best possible football players in the building, and Johnny Newton was the best football player available. So you got your franchise quarterback in Jayden Daniels in round 1. Here in round 2, Johnny Newton, somebody that was probably very high on their board, was available at 36, and they decided to bring him in. And listen, man, Johnny Newton, he's going to be coming in as a rotational interior pass rusher on day 1, and that is actually extremely valuable. And the reason why that's valuable is it's going to give Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen a bit of a break. It's going to keep them fresh, not only throughout the course of a game on any given Sunday, but also fresh throughout the entire course of a season. And you look at some of the best teams in football, San Francisco, Philadelphia, other teams as well, they like to load up on defensive tackle talent and edge rusher talent to keep a rotation going and keep these guys fresh, like I said, throughout games and throughout the course of season. So right now you're going to have Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne as your top 2 guys, early down guys, and then you could bring in Jer'Zhan Newton, who is an incredible finesse rusher from the interior. He's completely disruptive, super violent player, is going to be super disruptive on pass-heavy downs, 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, 3rd and mediums. He's going to be coming in those situations, and he's going to give Daron and he's going to give Jonathan a nice breather while also not giving opposing offenses a break. So I actually really like the value that Newton brings to this defense here because the Commanders' interior pass rush might be the best in football right now with the addition of Johnny Newton, and I love the fact that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn are adding high-level talent. So now grade the pick for me down there in the comments section, A, B, C, D, or F. For me personally, I'm going to give this a B+. I probably would have gone Adonai Mitchell. Kool-Aid McKinstry was still on the board. I think he would have been a great fit as well, and those are more positions of true need. But listen, man, you get the best player on the board here at number 36 overall. He's going to provide a lot of value for you as an interior pass rusher on pass-heavy downs this year. I think it's a good pick. He's a damn good football player, and I'm happy he is a Washington Commander. So now looking forward here, here's our profile. Moving forward into the 2nd round. They did trade down at number 40, so they're going to be picking at 50 and 53 in the 2nd round, and then they still have 2 picks in the 3rd round as well. You need to get an offensive tackle. You still need to get a corner. You could add another wide receiver to the room here. So there's definitely some options here. It's going to be interesting to see what GM Adam Peters does in the coming hours to fill the needs on this roster. Now make sure you click that subscribe button right now if you haven't already. I really do appreciate all of your support. We're going to have breaking news coverage for every single pick the Washington Commanders make during this year's NFL Draft. If you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you click that subscribe button right now.